Minus 60 seconds.
Best recorders, high speed. Check all batteries.
Minus 50. Armed.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5,
Your go
4,
for APU shutdown on time.
2, 1, liftoff.
Go at throttle up.
Throttle up.
Still on its way to orbit after a successful ascent up through main engine cutoff.
Houston, 20 seconds to LOS TDRIS.
Roger, nice to be in orbit.
This is Escape Pod, part of the Outbreak Podcasting Network. Visit our website at outbreakpodcast.com. And now here's your hosts, Tony Brown and David Anthony.
Thank you for joining us on this episode of Escape Pod, the meeting of the Small Council for Game of Thrones Season 7 premiere. Joining me and Tony today, we have Deandra Buskill, we have Andrew Barnett, and we have Melissa Barnett. Thanks, guys, for joining us.
Thank you for having us.
Hello, everybody.
Oh, yeah.
Hello.
One of these days, I'm going to learn not to drink water during the introduction.
Well, I go for it, We just get going and go.
Gotta stay lubricated.
Exactly. Got the vocals lubricated. You know what I mean?
Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones. That's what we're here to talk about today.
Somebody died.
Game of Thrones.
Somebody?
There was a lot of deaths last night. So Tony, what'd you think about last night's episode?
You know what I thought. I've done figured out the whole end of the whole series.
So you're pretty excited about it.
Arya wins everything.
Okay.
She wins. I'm telling you.
Deandra, what'd you think about last night's episode?
I'm pretty sure I had perma goosebumps throughout the entire thing.
Yeah, that was.
They didn't go away.
Melissa, what'd you think?
It was awesome. I liked the cold open. I knew that once that scene happened, I was like, okay, this is gonna be really fast and intense.
Yeah, we were on a roll.
Yeah, I got what I would call sit up on the couch like a gargoyle-itis immediately.
I think David did that too.
That when an episode is really good, I will do that.
David was a little girl going.
It happened before it happened in the cold open. So
yeah, it was great.
Yeah,
it was so great because I'm sitting there watching it and I'm like going, okay, well, he was dead. Maybe it's a flashback. It's gotta be a flashback. And then the conversation goes on. It's like, oh, okay. Well, maybe this is well, what part is this? When did this happen? Is this and then the only thing that sold it for me was when she stopped the other girl from drinking.
The young girl.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then your brain clicks and you go, oh shit, that's Arya.
Yeah. What?
I was typing like on my phone and I was just like, I typed it out and I put it in front of him like I can't tell him. I don't know if he got it yet or not.
Yeah. And I pick up his phone. I'm like, you motherfucker.
Yeah. I don't know why it took me so long to realize what was going on. Like, I've been pre-gaming so hard before this season, so I felt like up to speed on everything, and that was like one of the last scenes we saw.
Yeah.
And then I saw the first scene and I was like, is this a flashback? Like, I don't know. I felt so stupid once I realized that it was Arya.
Yeah, we all thought flashback at first.
Yeah.
And then I think it didn't take me that long. Like, after just a few seconds, I was like, oh, everyone in this room is about to die, and that's Arya.
And everyone died.
And everyone died.
I mean, that was, and then her thing, tell them winter came for House Frey.
Oh,
I mean,
God.
that was just.
Oh, yeah. And
she's a bad bitch.
I was already gargoyling on the couch by then. It had already happened. So.
Exactly.
I immediately had to just Instagram like my reaction, like, oh shit, she just made everyone's dream. The red wedding is avenged.
Yep.
Hands down, Arya has done it.
Yeah, and it wasn't even like, I don't know, a couple seconds after you posted it, I saw the thing on the phone and I'm like.
Yes.
Let's keep watching. Because it was.
When they ask you what happened here.
I wonder if there's some hope for Edmure Tully now. Like, if she's there and she killed all the Fremen, like, would she have let him go? I guess she wouldn't have known that he was in their little prison place.
Yeah, he's back. He's back in the cells now, right?
I would think so.
No, he's back at River Run.
Would he be at River Run still?
Yeah, where they did the siege last season.
Right, but
Jamie turned him over.
Oh, I guess he probably would have left him there.
As to man it as saying this is a Lannister hold now.
Yeah, and I think they probably were going to still keep his wife and son
prisoner
there so they could keep him in check.
Arya don't give a fuck. She's out.
Exactly. Oh God, Can you tell I'm excited about this Game of Thrones episode? Yeah, I'm really glad you all came. Thank you. Super fans is basically was what this is called, because we're just, all of us are fans. We talk about it all the time.
I specifically didn't talk too much this morning about it because I was like, I'll save it for the podcast today.
Exactly.
Did you only watch it twice last night?
No. I watched it 3 times total.
Because when I left, you're like, we're watching it again.
Well, it started right over. I was like, "Why? Thank you. It's already playing for me. Why do I not have to do nothing but just sit here and watch again?" And that's exactly what it did.
You know, that's my favorite thing, right?
What's that?
Watching you be so freaking excited when shit's going on.
I am like.
That's why I like to go see Star Wars with him.
Yeah.
He's like a little
Yeah.
kid.
Everybody make fun of the nerd.
No,
Hey.
we're all.
I'm counting down days to Last Jedi. Who are you kidding?
Yeah, we were all nerds here. Okay, so Arya kicked things off, and like I said, just really got the ball going. I think for all of us.
So
Yes.
in the opening, they
Yeah.
added Oldtown,
Yeah.
which I don't know. I
didn't even notice
love
that.
it. They added Oldtown. I thought it was awesome.
Yeah, because after the cold open, we were all just like high-fiving and shitting ourselves.
Yeah.
So I didn't pay attention to the opening at all. But that's a good catch.
Kind of like last
didn't-
season, they added in the season finale in the Winds of Winter, they added the Stark banner back to Winterfell.
Yeah.
And when they added Oldtown, I was like, "Oh, Oldtown's in it! Yay, Little Samwell!"
Didn't even catch that. See, that's. Yeah.
You gotta pay attention, Dave.
You pay so much attention. Don't even.
Too much.
We were talking earlier. It was like, don't forget to bring this up.
I was just paying attention to all the actors' names because I knew there was supposed to be a cameo. So I was trying to figure out who it was, but then I was like, well, they're probably not going to list it. And then when I saw him, I was like, is that a singer? Dave was like, I don't know. Who the hell is it? I'm like, I don't know, but I'm pretty sure the guy's a singer.
Yeah. Did anybody know who the singer was?
Yeah.
Okay.
I told you he was somebody.
Right over my head. I was just like, I already didn't kill him,
little
I
poppy.
heard that this guy was supposed to make a cameo this season. I'd heard rumblings of this, which I sort of recognize his face. And I sort of recognize his name, but like I don't. I still listen to Smashing Pumpkins, so I don't know anything.
Yeah, I just knew the guy was famous because I was like, I know your face from just random shit.
Right.
I don't know who you are. You sing and that.
Right.
Well, at least they didn't like totally milk him to where he was,
No, he wasn't. I'm glad he wasn't overused.
Right. Exactly. And did you guys catch that? Like when she was sitting there talking to those guys, that she, the cut scene from like. Seeing like all their weapons pop up.
Oh yeah, she was analyzing everything.
She was,
what can I take? What can I
like
steal?
in a matter of seconds, I thought she was just gonna be like, boop, poke, poke, poke.
She had her hand on her sword, like whenever she first sat in her circle, like looking at them.
Yeah, I was expecting her to just start going full murder girl once again.
Because they were Lannister men, right?
Yeah.
They were wearing the red cloaks.
Yep.
Yeah.
Which I was kind of surprised she didn't try. Like there weren't any Lannisters in the Frey room. Like
right.
Well, I got the impression that she sat down sort of hoping, man, I hope these guys are all assholes. So
Right.
So I'll just kill them. And then she kind of sees, they're just normal dudes.
Right.
And so, I don't know. I don't know if she might be beyond having any sort of warmth in her soul anymore, but maybe that's why she didn't immediately just start.
I think she
throwing
does
down.
though, because she stopped Walder Frey's youngest wife from drinking
that's
wine.
true.
I'm not going to waste good wine on a woman.
Right.
Yeah.
Stopped her.
Yeah.
So-
Which probably Frey would have said anyway.
yeah, exactly. I thought that was genius.
Yeah. Exactly.
I think she has a tiny bit of humanity left somewhere deep down in there.
Oh, yeah.
And I think the dark haired guy talking about how his wife had a baby, but he doesn't know what it is yet. She might have had that little tiny bit of like, maybe I shouldn't kill this
I think he
guy.
melted her heart by saying young girls take care of their papas.
Exactly. And the disconnect that they had from King's Landing, they're all pompous and blah blah. Streets of shit.
We're just soldiers. We don't get shit.
Kind of thing. To where it was like,
You think soldiers get ravens?
right? Exactly. So maybe that humbled them or personalized them a little bit or normalized them.
Because they're wearing the Lannister colors, but they're just the small folk, I guess, is what. They're just regular people.
Lannister fodder. That's all they are.
And we need to kill more people.
It's gonna pile up, man.
Oh,
the body count's gonna be insane.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's a dragon barbecue brewing.
No, I hope not. Could be.
I hope not. I hope so.
You hope so?
I want the dragons just.
Oh, okay. Well, let me rephrase that. You're thinking like dragons killing everybody.
Doing the barbecuing.
Yes. Oh, they're not on the pit.
No.
Spinning anywhere.
No.
I'm also sort of afraid that might happen too with maybe one of them.
Yeah, it's a possibility.
I think it will, just to kind of keep the dragon mom in check, just to be like, even though you got dragons, one of us is still army enough to stop them.
Yeah.
So they're gonna kill one of them.
At this point, it's almost Daenerys is almost set up as like unbeatable. Like, you know, how the hell is she going to be beaten by anything? So something has to happen for us to start worrying that she may not. Maybe she won't win, because right now it just seems like how
it's a given.
On earth does she not win?
It's not a fun competition.
Right.
Whenever Jaime and Cersei were talking about how she needed allies, I was like, she doesn't really have anybody. How is she? It was just completely unfathomable that she.
Yeah, he said like we look like the losing side, and they do right now.
Yeah,
like we
like
we
by
need
a
convincing.
lot.
Yeah,
3 houses at best.
At best, exactly.
And I mean, the way that George Martin's writing this, I mean, nobody really on the good side is winning so far, really. I mean, so he may end it with the evil team winning.
I mean,
just to be like, hey, this is my story. Good guys lose, you know? That's the way the world really is. Good guys don't always win.
He said multiple times, though, that he wants it to end in a bittersweet note.
Yeah.
So, to me, that's like one of his characters wins. But they maybe die at the same time in winning the war.
But they immediately get cancer and AIDS as soon as they win.
Gonna syphilis.
Like they're winning and celebrating, and one of the stone people touches them. Like, nope, not yet.
Stay away from Littlefinger's brothels, and we'll be okay. Yay! All right, so let's get on to so Bran comes to the wall finally. He's crossing the wall. So, and
but
John,
Dave, before he gets to the wall, we get the vision.
Oh yeah, all right.
Of the Night King.
Yeah.
Okay, so
White giants.
Did anyone else get?
It was insane.
The reference with the giant white, the Macumba,
Yeah.
blue-eyed giant.
The blue-eyed giant.
High five. I'm so glad someone else saw it because
she's in her other room talking about it. What?
I was watching with a big group of my family members, and I was like, Macumba, and they were like, "What are you talking about?"
God bless
you. Yeah, pretty much. They were like, "What are you talking about?" I was like, "Macumba, the blue-eyed giant. Like they all live in Macumba's eye." And they're like, "Deandra, just stop, just shut up. Let's just watch the show, okay?" So I'm glad someone else got the reference.
That's cool. That's cool. Now that was a Nan story.
Yeah, old Nan and Rob back in season 1 were telling Bran about it.
Oberyn also says it in season 3, 4?
4, I think. Yeah.
In Littlefinger's
Fans.
Right.
That's what I said.
I love it.
It's gonna be awesome.
Oh man. So
then he gets to the wall. Carry on.
So gets to the wall.
And wait, I had a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Was that a flashback or was that in the future?
The vision?
Yeah. Was that part of the history?
I think Bran was seeing what is happening right now.
I took it as currently this is just them marching towards the wall, and then like, holy crap, there's giants. But that was only like a little tiny amount of them. So how many more giants do they have?
And I saw one at first.
Yeah, you see one giant,
and then you see 2.
Oh my god, there's another one. Oh my god, it was like.
Yeah. And well, somebody, I think maybe you said, what if, and maybe it was you, that, like, what if, Hodor, we see Hodor come walking us later.
Oh my god.
Everyone would hysterically sob.
Yeah, I would have not been ready for that.
His story is already tragic enough.
Yeah.
We don't need
True.
him to be a wife.
But they could do that to us.
They could.
Come on, George.
And probably will.
You've stabbed my heart with dragon glass too many times, okay?
Oh man. Okay. So he's at the wall and he has to pass through, and he's talking to John's friend, who's now the, I guess in charge of the.
He's the Lord Commander.
Lord Commander. Yeah. So
he keeps forgetting
it's
he
Ed,
is
by the way.
Ed.
Dolores
Ed.
Ed.
The easiest name in the entire series to pronounce is Ed, and I forgot it. Figures. But Bran starts talking about a few things that refresh his memory. Is like, I know where you've been. I know what you've done. And he's like, hey,
okay, come on in.
I was surprised he did not immediately ask for Jon Snow. Like, we'll just go get my brother.
That's what I was waiting for.
You're right. Why
And
didn't
then
he?
For them to say, "Oh, he left."
probably already
like,
saw
months ago.
what was going on. Yeah.
I guess Bran already just knows everything.
Yeah.
So it's not
I
like
didn't think about that.
Yeah.
Well, and then, so what about the theory that the Night King's touched him, he's branded him, so he's through the wall? Does that mean now they get access?
I kind of am a subscriber to that theory that Bran has the mark. He's gone through the wall. The magic is no longer valid. Now the Night King can break down the wall, but we'll see what happens.
My only question about that is, wouldn't like Uncle Benjen, like Cold Hands / not Cold Hands, wouldn't he have told him like, hey, you've got that thing on your arm now, so definitely don't go past the wall or it'll fall down and go boom.
Unless he didn't know.
Yeah,
unless he
doesn't have the vision of the ring.
Yeah.
So he wouldn't necessarily have known that that's what happened to him.
Yeah.
But
then
since
again,
he's the
how did he
Raven
show
now,
up,
would
too?
he not have that knowledge? Like...
Yeah, but maybe
he's still in training.
Yeah,
Kinda.
Be a really bad training mistake.
Really bad training. We're just gonna throw you to the sharks.
A Homer Simpson moment.
I think we might have uncovered a plot hole.
Maybe not.
I guess we'll see how it plays out.
Yeah.
I mean, but as we progress in the episode, Jon and Sansa are talking about sending Tormund to Eastwatch by the Sea because they're afraid that the Whites are going to go around the wall.
Right.
So, does it come down? Do they go around it?
And then Tormund is just immediately like, "Word, I'm there. Peace."
Yeah.
Just bring me that tall bitch.
Yeah. Am I the only one, or are you guys like on my side here that like they still are throwing those little
totally
lances and
absolutely.
I love it.
I've been practicing my Tormund smirk because I think I'm going to be him for Halloween this year.
Just make sure you carry a chicken leg, and like every time you look at a woman, just like,
that's why I haven't trimmed my beard for so long. So I'm trying to get her
pull your hair back
to be
and be
Brienne,
Brienne.
so I can just
get her
make googly eyes at her all night.
Get her some stilts so she's a little bit taller.
Super high heels.
But that would work. That would.
Are you guys gonna get a Podrick Payne too? Please get somebody to play Podrick.
Yeah, we have several people we're trying to amass into this Halloween group. So
we have a perfect Hodor.
Yes, we have a perfect
Tyler,
Hodor.
who was supposed to be here tonight, was our host.
The guy who didn't show up.
We miss you, Tyler. It's okay. It's his birthday. Happy birthday, Tyler.
Yeah,
It is
happy
his
birthday,
birthday.
Tyler.
So there
I
you
mean,
go.
hanging out with a girl or hanging out with a bunch of nerds. I mean, that
Seriously, there was no question there.
Exactly. That's why we're all here. Yeah. You want to hang out with me on birthday? No, we're doing a podcast. See you later.
See you guys.
It's funny. So yeah, so Jon and Sansa, they had this little
discord.
disagreement.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, does anybody think that that's this is going to be a super problem, or because afterwards it seemed like they kind of blew it over. You know what I mean?
That scene was so awkward to watch. I was just like, stop, just wait and talk about this later.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I can't figure out.
Uncomfortable.
I can't figure out if it's going to go like full blown. They're just going to be at odds with each other, or if they're like they want us to think that, and then they're going to be like, yeah, we're brother and sister, quote unquote.
So they fight a little.
So we're going to squabble, but we're going to stay on the same. I don't know. I can't tell if I feel like they just want us to think that there's going to be this big, they're just going to drop a bomb between them immediately, or if, I don't know. It's hard to tell right now.
It is.
It's a love affair brewing.
I
mean, brothers and sisters
that
are
is
not
a
off
speculated
limits.
rumor.
Yeah.
Hey, Luke and Leia, Marty and Lorraine. This happens. This happens.
Cersei and
There are
Jaime.
Cersei. Precedent.
I'm saying, brothers and sisters aren't off limits in this world.
Let's just all agree that sweet little Lady Mormont saves the entire scene.
Yes.
I'm not gonna knit by the fire while men do the fighting for me.
Of everyone in that room, she is the last one that I would want to get into a fist fight with.
I don't need your permission, Lord Glover.
It's
badass.
It's gonna suck when
fucking
she dies.
badass.
It's really gonna
When
suck
she inevitably dies horribly.
I mean, because realistically, she's not gonna be able to hold her own. I mean, she's got the
Oh, it's
fire,
true.
but I mean,
It's
she's
true.
a little girl, so It's just not going to happen. It's going to be sad.
Tony's Mr. Downer.
I'm just saying, man. I'm bummed about it. I want her to kick everybody's ass, but it's just not going to happen.
Yeah. All day today, I've seen little memes of her face, and it says, "Don't make me your favorite character. I want to live."
Exactly. See? Exactly.
Oh, that is funny. Very much so.
You can't like anybody because they die. So, you know, her standing up saying the badass, like, I'm the ultimate feminist. She's screwed now.
That's one of the reasons why I love the show so much is because all the really awesome female characters.
Very much so.
Very much so.
Like, not just one awesome lady, like a ton, just as many.
Yeah. I actually had a conversation with someone today trying to convince them to watch the show because I said in the beginning of the show, it's very patriarchal and so many of the characters, you know, so many people with power are men. And as the show carries on, these women, they gain the confidence and the skill and the ability, and it just becomes a show about badass bitches taking over. And it's to me gives me life.
But they're all what I like is that they are all still their own characters and nuanced characters.
Yeah,
it's not just they're not just paper characters of, oh yay we're strong and just we're just good. It's like they all are their own characters and have their own nuances, and it's like you still wonder like, are you really that cool, or do you kind of suck though? Like, and it varies with every one of them. So
right. Well, a lot of people hate Daenerys, but I could never.
Yeah, I've never understood that. I don't understand
the people who they're
just jealous,
just hipsters trying to be cool.
Well, let's move on to Cersei and Jaime. You know, Cersei's walking around on this map. She's having it updated on the floor, and she's got enemies everywhere, right? Left, right, front, behind, north, south. She's got enemies everywhere. And the conversation she has with Jaime, you know, about, you know, are you afraid of me? And then
should I be?
I love the face he's giving her just the whole time she's talking. Like, who are you?
During that entire scene last night, I just kept repeating over and over out loud, "Kill her! Kill her!"
So speaking of killing her, did anyone notice that she was standing on what is known as the neck of Westeros?
Yes. And Jaime was standing right next to the fingers.
Yep.
Which means?
Just reiterating the prophecy that she is to be strangled by her little brother.
Yep.
And then I did also notice that at one point, she walked up towards the top of the map, and then Jaime walked over and was standing right on the neck.
Right.
And I was like, ooh,
foreshadowing at its best.
Did you catch any of that?
See, no, exactly. I wasn't that deep into it. I just.
Yeah, but you guys have to admit, like, Game of Thrones is one of the best shows when it comes to foreshadowing or pre-telling what's going to happen, because I rewatch the show every year, and some of the stuff like Walder Frey getting choked by Arya is straight up mentioned by Bran in one of the towers against the wall in season 4, literally down to the throat slitting and everything. So, to me, every little detail in this show has to be taken seriously because it might actually play out that way episodes down next season, however. Little things like her standing on the neck could straight up play out that way.
Right. I think that's why I visually miss a lot of things, because dialect always draws my attention first. So I'm always paying attention to what everybody's saying and really not paying attention to all the visual stuff going on. I think that's how I missed the whole map thing.
Everything.
I was just paying attention to what they were saying and trying to follow that.
Wow. I don't know. I mean, Cersei is interesting, to say the least. And, of course, we talked about it earlier, you know. She's Queen of the Seven Kingdoms. And
three at best.
Three.
Well, and this is the weird thing is I'm saying just kill her. Like, I'm saying that and wanting that to happen. And at the same time, I cannot imagine Game of Thrones without Cersei Lannister.
Right.
Or without Lena Headey. Like, she's so good at that character.
Yes.
But I want him to kill her so bad.
So what do you think about Euron Greyjoy and his sexual advances?
His Hot Topic outfit.
And he was making digs at Jaime. I've got ships in 2 hands or whatever he said. I was like, oh shit, are you you serious?
Yeah.
And Jamie's face, like, what the fuck did you say, bro?
Yep. That's what I'm hoping that turns into a good battle scene just between them two.
Yeah.
Like I hope they get into it and it's a good sword fight scene.
Yeah, but
down
could
the
it be
road at some point?
with left-handed Jamie?
Maybe.
I mean, he's not Inigo Montoya, so he's not good with both hands. We know this.
Yeah.
I just want to know what the gift he was
Yeah,
going to
that's what
get
I was
when he
gonna say.
left. What's the gift?
Tyrion's head in the box.
I immediately thought of the horn thing. Like, I don't know much about the horn in the book.
I think
but
it's Ilaria
the-
Sand is what I think, and maybe one or two of the Sand Snakes. That's what the gift will be.
Yeah.
Could be.
Wait, what's the horn? Come back to that.
There's like a relic somewhere, and I don't know all the information, but it's
It's
like,
only from the
whoever
books. It's not in the show.
Right.
Has
So
the
far.
horn and blows
So
it can
far,
like control the dragons, kind of.
Yeah, you can either control the
Okay.
dragons or bring down the wall.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
with
yeah.
the horn.
Okay, so I read a snippet that Euron, the actor that plays Euron said, in season 7, I will make Ramsay look like a fool, as in his character is going to do something so disgraceful and evil that Ramsay will look just like.
Yeah, I heard
That's gonna be
I heard that
crazy.
same quote from that guy, and I was like,
How?
"This
Yeah.
he's got to be shit talking right now. How in the world could he?
Could you top
that?
Ramsay?
Yeah,
Well, we still have to.
We have multiple episodes to go. I mean, clearly the dude's a psychopath, being like, "You should kill some of your family members sometime." It's awesome.
Yeah. She's like, oh, that one or your little guy, whatever, whichever one.
Try it
Or both.
sometimes. Yeah.
Yeah. So, man, we're so pumped up. This is awesome. Tony, this is fun.
Nope.
Whatever.
This makes me. My weight sucks even more now.
So this one next week, you're like, oh my god,
well, waiting for 1 week is a lot easier than waiting for
A year.
over a year now.
Yeah.
Because
Like the
it
wait
took
for
so
Westworld.
long.
Oh yeah.
God.
Can't hardly wait for that to come back too.
I know,
It's going to be
it's
super
great.
good.
Yeah, I think during the off season though, I purposely do not read anything involving Game of Thrones.
What's wrong?
Oh,
Just
really?
specifically so I can push it out of my mind, so that when they start announcing it's coming back, I'm like, yes, it's coming back.
See, I can
soon.
do that right after a season ends. I can do that. I can sort of put it out of my mind, and then once it's like end of winter, early spring, I start watching the show again, and I start like watching every YouTube video about every stupid theory of you know Varys is a mermaid or whatever.
I read that one.
Like
Yeah.
all of this, it's like I eat it like it's food. It like keeps me alive. I can't stop.
Okay.
This is a mermaid. Super. He's red. Well, he hasn't got a penis though.
Or excuse me,
merman.
merman, Dad,
Merman.
merman.
Yeah.
Varys is great. I don't care what y'all say. I
Yeah,
love
he
Varys.
is.
No,
He
he's
is.
yeah, he's the best.
And I think he's.
I think Varys and Littlefinger are two of the best puppet masters in the show.
I was gonna say I feel like Varys is the good version of Littlefinger.
Peter, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll agree with that because
I think. I mean, I have no idea.
Unless
You never know.
he does something awful this season, which I've started getting this sneaky, like this
I'm waiting for
terrible
that
feeling
twist.
inside that Varys is going to like fully turn heel this season. And we're just going to be like booing him like NWO Hulk Hogan. How could you?
you'd have to blindside us because right now he's got him on the right path. The good path.
Varys is about to join Kevin Nash and Scott Hall. I'm really afraid. I'm really afraid it's going to happen.
We need to put him on one of our wrestling podcasts, don't you think?
We just watched through season 1 not too long ago, and the scene where Ned's in the prison and Varys comes in and gives him water and stuff. He's talking to him, and Ned asks him, like, what is your motive? What do you want? And he goes and talks about how he used to be an actor, and like he grew up and he learned a lot of skills from that, being in the traveling acting crew. And so I'm like, I wonder if that means he is just really good at playing this role. Like if he, like Littlefinger and his manipulation, maybe
Right.
Varys's weapon
at
is
this point-
his ability to act the role wherever he is to get to what he wants.
Right.
Who else could he possibly be serving at this point? Like, what other end could he secretly be trying to achieve if it isn't this, Targaryen restoration thing?
He's all about Targaryen restoration. In the book, he's the person.
Littlefinger lover.
I mean, I know this isn't a conversation about the book, but in the book, he kills Kevin Lannister with a crossbow and admits he's for the Targaryen side.
Yeah. I haven't read the books, but I have like spoiled everything about the books for myself because of because I eat the internet all the time.
Yeah.
And I've heard about a lot of this stuff, and I think it was like the death of Kevin Lannister in the book is sort of similar to how Pycelle dies at the end of last season, and but Varys does it in the book to Kevin, and in the show last season it was Qyburn killing Pycelle.
Right.
Such a crazy.
Yeah, some of that stuff is definitely, they definitely mix some characters and some story and some plot lines to bring it, to tighten it up, which I understand.
Yeah,
or you'd be like 30 extra characters that are like who, what, where, when.
Yeah.
But if you can get somebody to ride that story, exactly.
Yeah.
So that's why we haven't seen Lady Stoneheart, because God knows where that would take us.
See, I think that's okay to people who haven't read the books, because I haven't read the books.
Right, I have.
And that's why I hate all the X-Men movies, because I've read all the comic books, and I'm like, fuck you, that didn't happen. Fuck you, that didn't happen. None of that happened. The timeline is 42 years off. I hate all these movies.
Yeah.
I can't stand them because I know the comic books, but I don't know anything about the Game of Thrones books, so all this is like, this is awesome. I totally dig it.
Yeah.
So I try not to pay attention to the books because I don't want it intermingling with what's going on with the show.
Right.
You know who we can't hate, though? The Hound.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is true.
The Hound is redeeming himself, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so did everybody, that house they went to is the house that he stole the silver from the little girl who made them.
They'll both be dead come winter.
Exactly.
And they were.
And he was right.
He stabbed her. How sad. Stabbed his daughter and then stabbed himself because they were starving.
Yeah.
Come winter.
Well, it's just par for the course with Game of Thrones at this point, though.
It
almost wasn't even that sad. It was like, oh yeah, of course that happened. Of course
they did.
I mean, he did, and then when he buried him, of course, that was kind of redeeming a little bit.
He's just not as heartless as we originally envisioned him to be, or as he was seasons ago. He's more human now.
Right. Well, let's talk about.
Well, he's changed. It's not like oh, we were wrong about him. He was wrong about him too. Like his character is evolving, which is what I like. And also, like, tiny little book reference too, which again I haven't read the books. I just I look into it, but. He was Gravedigger, digging the grave, like just a little nod to the Gravedigger thing.
Yeah, to the Gravedigger.
Yeah.
Okay, my favorite line of the entire episode, this past episode, was, "You're not fooling anyone with that top knot, you bold cunt."
That was awesome.
Poor Thoros, he's just like, okay.
Oh man. So his vision, I mean, I didn't expect him to see. I thought he was. To be honest, when he was like looking in the flames, he started talking about the wall and the castle near the sea and the Dead March, I thought he was like, "I'm just fucking with you."
Yeah, like saying like, "You're still bold, Thoros," like some dumb shit like that. But yeah, I didn't think he'd see something either, but he did.
So if he's seeing that, I mean, what does that mean? Is that, what do you guys think? I mean, is that
do these like Lord of Light flames? Do they exclusively tell the future, or is it like Bran, like it could tell the past, present, or future? Like what was he seeing, and when was it happening?
Well, if you look back at, like, I guess the Red Queen or whatever, Red Witch, whatever
Melisandre.
Melisandre, exactly. She interpreted the flames wrong several times.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
It's like, he's the chosen one. Oh no, he's not.
Oh, no.
They're all dead.
Just
Jon
kidding.
Snow is now the one.
Right.
And I follow him anywhere. You were wrong before. So,
wrong and misinterpret are two different things.
True.
Because, forgive me for pulling the book up again, but she says, the Lord, I forget the exact quote, but she's trying to figure out who the prince that is promised, and she asked the Lord of Light, but all he shows her is snow.
Right.
So is that Jon Snow? We don't know.
Right.
There's a whole lot of snow everywhere.
Right? Is it a reference to winter in general?
Right.
Yeah.
But let's be honest. George doesn't put stuff like that without meaning something.
Gotta mean something.
Definitely.
It's gotta mean something.
But his vision.
Yeah.
At the the Arrowhead Mountain, or what does he say?
Something
The
about
mountain that's shaped like an arrowhead, or
Right.
it's something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, and I heard on another podcast, of course I watched those as well too, that somebody was saying somebody's armor has an arrowhead on it, that like it's like the mountain has an
As soon as he
arrowhead.
said, "I see a mountain," I was like, "Oh,
Exactly.
yeah,
Exactly.
That's exactly what I thought."
I'm gonna have to watch it again just to
But
see if there's
when he-
an
when-
arrow on his armor.
When he's talking about the mountain by Eastwatch by the sea, I just immediately jumped to the preview of this season where it's Jon Snow, the Hound, and Beric Dondarrion with his flaming sword, with all
Right.
surrounded by all the whites.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming that's the vision that he sees, but clearly time will tell.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're just one episode in. This is crazy.
I know, it's like you barely scratched the surface of this iceberg. There's so much to it.
So let's talk about Sam at the Citadel.
And why the hell he didn't just climb over the damn gate?
He's big.
I
big
mean,
guy
come
like me.
on.
It's hard to climb it. Yep.
But still, he's got shelves there. Just
I started
climb his
losing
ass.
track of what was like soup and what was shit.
Yes.
Like
That
it
was
started getting really confusing.
I started getting nauseous watching that. Like I felt
Yeah.
they did a really good job because I felt like how he
would have felt.
You know?
Every time he went, "Bah."
Yeah.
But I mean, that was so well edited. Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, it's like oh, that really didn't fit. That fit so perfect because it
Yeah.
just, and then they kept going, and then tightening those edits and tightening up.
It
to where
started
was-
sounding like a song. almost.
yeah.
Yeah.
Let's give it to Samwell though, because in the original seasons, he couldn't even look at blood, and he's standing there with Archmaester, weighing a liver, weighing a heart,
Yeah.
when he
Yeah.
couldn't have done that 5 years
With a
ago.
completely ripped open person
Right.
that's dead.
And his-
Yeah.
With his penis out.
Yeah, with his naked ding dong hanging out.
Hashtag little naked ding dong. Let's get that rolling, guys.
Let's get that going.
So
Get it trending.
the Harry Potter references.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Excuse me, sir. Can I get the pass to the restricted section?
Oh yeah. And it was Slughorn.
It was Professor Slughorn.
Yeah.
Are you a maester, Sam? No. Then you can't go in the restricted section, sorry.
Damn it.
Climb the
That was
damn
awesome,
gate.
though.
But he met Jorah. Jorah the Andal
Yeah.
with his grayscale.
Yeah.
Okay.
And what did he say? What did Jorah say?
He said, let's see.
Oh yeah, I think you put it on.
He
his-
asked if
his-
she'd been there yet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Has
she come for
she
me?
come yet?
I thought that
Has
was
she
a weird
come
thing
yet?
to say.
The
for
Dragon
some reason.
Queen?
Dragon Queen. Yeah.
Why would she said go find the cure, Jorah. Don't come back till
Gave
you
him a
get
very
it.
clear set of instructions.
Well, no,
and
what-
nowhere in there did she say, "I'll come and find you."
No, I think what he was saying was, has she come to Westeros?
Yeah,
yet?
I think so.
Has she
yeah,
come
I think
yet?
they come to him. I think you're right. I think that's
That's
really
what he was wondering.
Okay.
what he meant
Okay.
because he went to the Maesters because he's trying to find the cure because he figures they
Right.
the ones that will be able to help him.
So speaking of the cure,
Do you think Sam will figure that
it was hidden right there in plain sight, quote unquote. But when Sam gets the book from the restricted section and he is in the house with Gilly, and you
I'm with
clearly
you.
see
I'm with you.
the Lannister dagger in the book.
out? Right.
Yeah, I didn't.
There's a
notice
Reddit user that took a picture of that left page, and it's basically saying that if you eat dragon glass, you can cure grayscale. What? Which is why Shireen is
Yes.
cured of grayscale on
Yes.
Dragonstone.
That's why
Oh, that makes sense.
it didn't spread any further on her.
Because she lived on top of a
Yep.
mountain of dragon glass.
Yep. So she just got what she had, and then when she started
Well, he
eating
needs
it,
to hurry up and start eating before he has to go
Exactly.
get a Terminator hand.
Yeah, exactly. Well, hopefully that stuff's gonna come out because that was the same knife.
Eating dragon glass? Are you shitting me? That for real? Is that what
Yeah.
they said?
He's like watching it again.
So
Watching it again.
there is also the quote where Sam, back in a few seasons ago, says to kill all the White Walkers, we would need a mountain of dragon glass. And in this episode, he says Dragonstone sits on a mountain of dragon glass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it odes to an old episode because everything is so interconnected in the show. It's crazy.
It is. Now isn't dragon glass made
Obsidian.
from but like can't dragons
Dragon
breathe
fire.
on it
Yeah.
And create
make-
it?
so they can
Yeah.
probably make tons more too.
They could.
Hopefully.
Well, John says when he's in that scene with Sansa, we have to find it, we have to mine it. So maybe, let's hope. he heads to Dragonstone and meets Daenerys.
And then what's gonna happen?
I don't know.
Dragon, baby.
Show you my dragon, baby. Yeah.
Want to see my long claw?
Oh, hello.
She's gonna start calling him Calvin Klein. Then she put his pants on her hope chest. Sorry, this is getting way off topic.
They're related, okay? That's disgusting.
Once again, in this world, that
Another
doesn't
one of these
matter.
damn kids jumped in front of my car. All right, let's get back on
What are you
topic now.
quoting?
Back to the Future.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Gotta go back in time. There's a Huey Lewis song in my head now. It's awesome. All right, so let's go on to House Targaryen.
Oh, Danny.
Obviously. I mean, at least she didn't jump out of the boat and kiss his hand and everything. But yeah.
She was so emotional. I felt it.
So, but I mean, there was hardly any dialogue.
No.
There didn't need to be.
There didn't need to be. You could see it.
And how
in those
huge that place
mega
is.
eyebrows.
Oh yeah, so that you could just feel how empty and how much solitude there was there.
Yeah, that place is deserted.
Silent.
The only thing I thought the whole time she's running her finger and doing those tables is Stannis' balls have been on that girl. Don't touch it.
Yeah. Very awkwardly humping Melisandre. Yeah.
Yeah, but let me just say that if I had to choose between Dragonstone's throne and the Iron Throne, I'd choose Dragonstone's throne. Hands down, any day of the week.
Cooler.
It looks way cooler.
Yeah, that's like right there.
Yeah, look at her.
Badass.
I also, on another podcast, heard someone point out that the season finale last year started out with a lot of there was 12 minutes of no dialogue before anyone said anything, and then this episode ended with a big long scene with no dialogue.
Right.
So it was kind of like they kind of mirrored each other, which is pretty cool.
I think they dropped the ball on the ending though.
Really?
Yep.
Why?
Because when she's standing there in front of the table and the opening's behind her, one of the dragons should have flown by.
They can't afford it.
Just to show, she's there. Now she has that power.
Yeah, true.
Dragon should have went by and just...
Yeah, but I think...
That would have been cool.
I think maybe, and I'm probably wrong, but I think maybe they have finally realized, you know what, let's not end every episode with a dragon screeching.
Yeah, with Daenerys. Yeah.
Cut to black.
Does anybody here watch House of Cards?
End with that.
It was a very House of Cards moment, I felt like, whenever she had her hands on the table.
I wish she would have taken her ring.
Yeah, I wanted her to knuckle.
Hit the table.
To knuckle hit at the table.
And then she could have just pulled a Claire Underwood and been like, my turn. I did love the ending though, that she just got there. She has all these emotions about this is the home she was ran out of as literally an infant child inside of her mother's womb, and she's just now coming home, and she's coming back to her ancestral home, and she puts her hands on the table and fuck it, shall we begin? Let's conquer this motherfucker and get it done. I'm ready. This is my home. It's mine. I'm taking it. Fire and blood, bitches. I'm out for it.
Yeah. The subtitles that I saw underneath of that was her looking at Tyrion and being like, so, you ready to fuck shit up?
Yeah.
Fade to black.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
I don't know about you guys. Does anyone else subscribe to that Tyrion is a Targaryen?
I do.
I think it's possible. I think it's possible.
I think they are the three heads of the dragon. They will each ride a dragon in the end season, and Tyrion's her right-hand man.
I want that to be true. I'm not sure if I'm totally convinced, but I want it to be true.
As do I.
Yeah.
Very much so.
Go ahead.
I want the prince that is promised to be the three of them together. That it takes the three heads of the dragon to be the prince that is promised, and the three of them are what save from the White Walkers.
That would be very wonderful ending to the series.
But it won't be because it's too bitter. It's got to be too bittersweet. One of them's got to die.
In that sweet cherry pie, we got to get some bitters in there.
He's going to get eaten by a dragon. He's a little dragon snack.
Who, Tyrion?
They love him. He
they love him. Yeah.
Yeah, he's the dragon whisperer. It can't happen now.
I mean, if they get hungry, maybe.
I mean, I might be wrong on this, but I think I have read that you cannot touch one of the dragons without being burned.
Oh.
But Tyrion touches them, and he unchains them.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Which would only mean. But then Jon gets burned back in season 1 by the White when he throws the lantern on it, so maybe he's just reborn as Targaryen.
If I was in Danny's entourage, I would only be interested in one thing. Find out what dragons don't like to eat. And then just rub myself with that.
Like garlic.
What they don't
Covered
like?
in garlic.
They don't like bear shit. Just rub myself with bear shit all the time. That's what I would do.
Come on, they're just gonna burn the bear shit off. They're just gonna toast you up like a
Well,
marshmallow.
at least they have to work for it.
When this dude over here isn't even covered in bear shit.
Yeah. What were you thinking, dude? That would be awesome. Oh my goodness. Okay, so let's get on to everybody's predictions for the season. I mean, how far do you think we're gonna go? Do you think? And I'm just kind of throwing this out there. Do you think we're gonna get to the war at the Wall, or do you think we're gonna get to the war for Westeros? Which war are we gonna deal with first?
Next season's it, right?
Next season is the last 6 episodes. Next season,
6 or 7.
6 episodes.
6?
It's supposed to be 6 next year.
6?
I think.
Okay. Man.
Those gotta be 2-hour episodes every fucking week. I mean, shit.
They
Yeah,
said
six
they
of
might
them?
be like an hour and 20 minutes long each.
They have to be to fit it all in 6 or 7 even.
I think
We just want it to be 27 hours each.
Yeah.
the only thing that I honestly think is gonna, because who knows, but the only thing I truly honestly believe will happen this season is that in the season finale, the Wall comes down.
Oh yeah. Wall is gone this season. It's
This
gone.
season.
The season.
And it probably won't happen till the end. I agree.
I think it'll be the cliffhanger
But
at the end of.
Wall. No more Wall by the end of this season. I definitely agree with that.
What do you think?
I don't know. Like, I feel like they're showing just as much attention to the battle in the south and the issues going on there as they are to the north, because you have Sansa and Jon split. You have Arya going down to Cersei. You have Dany. That's kind of her first stop is King's Landing.
Right.
But then
Good,
Jon
right
Snow, the Hound, all those guys, Tormund, they're all very northern focused right now.
Right.
So it's hard to say. Like, to me, I would think that they would do the south stuff first, because the north seems like the more impending doom issue, bigger.
Yeah, that's
Put your whole last
that's
season
the,
on that.
That's the last match at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Is that? So it won't happen until.
And you know, in the South, really, no matter what stories they hear or rumors they hear, they don't really. They haven't faced
They don't give a shit.
the Walker. They don't. You know, even if the.
I mean, even the
King's coming,
Archmaester at the
it's
Citadel.
gonna take a while for him to get down to us.
Yeah.
Like, Sam's like, dude, I've seen him. Like, let me go in the restricted section to know how to kill him. I've seen him with my own eyeballs. And Archmaester's like, shut up, Sam.
Yeah.
Like, just weigh this fucking liver, please.
Yeah, believe you.
Throw these guts away
But
and leave me alone, kid. You're bothering me.
So can the White Walkers make it that far though?
Oh, yes.
I think they can. Yeah.
He like what? Like, you remember in last season when they light the fire around the 3-eyed raven's tree, and he's just like, flames, please.
That's right. Yeah.
Please.
Fire's a big deal.
Yeah, it's already winter now, and then they also bring the storm as they go, so they can go anywhere they want. Who dies this year? Who dies? Huh?
I think one of the Stark sisters dies. Either it's Sansa or Arya. One of them goes. I hate that because I love both of them, but one of them goes. And either Jaime or Cersei, one of them goes.
This season.
This season.
Yeah.
I think Cersei dies
I
this
think
year.
Cersei.
I want the Clegane Bowl more than anything.
Oh, we all do. We all do. But I don't know. I feel like they have teased it so much that they're just playing games with us, and it's not going to happen.
Or at least not this season.
Or maybe not this season. I don't know.
I just
But there was that shot in the trailer for the entire season, and it looks like the Hound, but it's sunny and he's not in fur.
That looks like Arya to me.
So I don't know.
I think Arya's going to go south, as she stated in this episode, and kill the queen. When it looks like somebody draws a sword, and to me the sword looks tiny, so it looks to me like Needle.
Yeah,
could be.
Which is why it's shot from the sun behind, so you can't see who it is.
So it screws with us.
Yeah, of
Exactly. Yeah. So what do you think? Who's gonna die?
Brienne protecting Sansa
That could happen
somehow.
I mean, the book, she's already dead, so
Yeah.
Womp womp.
she's on borrowed time as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah. I also kind of feel like Tormund's got to go this year too.
Do you think?
Hopefully in the arms of Brienne.
I don't root for it, but I think Tormund's going to die this year.
That's
what I
unfortunate.
feel like because Tormund Giantsbane is my Patronus. I feel a connection with him. So
You're feeling the force on that one, huh?
yeah,
I could see a 2-for-1. Like she dying and then him losing his shit and just like Death Wish just rush into a crowd of people.
Or whites.
Yeah.
If he does, he has to go in an awesome way, like doing something.
Oh, he will.
Super cool.
Heroic.
It won't be a shitty death. He'll kill like 55 people at the same time while flying through the air.
And there's always that thing that could happen where a lot of them die, and then the Night King's like does this little thing, and then oh no, here comes Brienne, here comes
So they could. That? So that's a good point. They could die, but not be gone from the show.
Right.
Then we have to be like, oh no, we loved you, but now we will hope you don't win. Or maybe that would change my mind if Tormund becomes a White Walker or a White. So maybe I switch teams. Maybe I start rooting for Andre instead of Hogan at WrestleMania 3. Sorry, I have to stop doing that.
Oh my God, what's the world coming to?
So somebody could be carrying the White Walker head of Ned Stark then.
No, they shipped the bones back to Winterfell and they buried him in the crypt.
Yeah, that's right.
So in the previews for next episode, Arya and Nymeria reunited, and it feels so good.
Is that Nymeria, or are they just fucking with us?
That there is no. What would be the point of putting Direwolf?
What do you mean?
on
What would be the point? Exactly.
All right.
For the sake of it.
Maisie Williams went to some wolf sanctuary in Canada this past year. It's Nymeria.
Could be.
You're probably right, and I hope you're right. But there's that thing in the back of my mind that's like, yeah, maybe it's just.
They would have killed her if they didn't plan on bringing her back, just like the Hound.
Yeah. Maybe.
If a death doesn't happen on screen, which is why I think Stannis might still be out there.
Syrio Farrell also. Syrio Farrell. We didn't see him die either.
That's true.
Yes, reunited. The dire wolf and the young wolf reunited.
I think you're right.
Tell him your theory for who's going to end up on the throne. We talked about it right before the podcast started.
Did we?
Yes, we did. You talked about somebody who.
I'm telling you, Arya wins everything. She's the fucking winner.
Because she can be anybody.
Yeah. Everybody's gonna die. She's gonna be like riding off on the dire wolf, and then turn around and be like, "Oh, everybody's dead. Oh, you're still alive." Needle face. I win.
So she'll be the queen of everyone, but she's also everyone else.
Exactly.
She's the only person left.
She's like, damn, I'm bored. I got nothing.
No one gets the throne in the end.
No one. Nice.
That could happen.
And that's why it's bittersweet, because now she's all alone. So she just gets bored and she finds a mirror, and then she just keeps switching faces so she can have conversations with random people that she misses.
This is multiple personalities. This theory is
that was a theory that the waif wasn't even a real person. It was just Arya's other personality.
Yeah.
She just plays Super Mario Kart for the rest of her life and never gets gold on 150cc. Son of a bitch! Why is this so hard to do?
I think some real life issues are bleeding over to the podcast.
Yeah, come
Somebody
on.
his car fell off Rainbow Road.
About this. I can't believe it's never happened. I don't know what the point of my life is.
Guys, thank you all for coming together tonight.
You're kicking me out.
Kicking you out? We're going to wrap this thing up.
Oh.
People have other podcasts to listen to while they're at their desks
there
working.
There are no other podcasts in the world except for this one.
Well, just so everybody knows that we are at outbreakpodcast.com is our website. And, of course, you hopefully will subscribe to our YouTube channel. And you can definitely email us at outbreakpodcast@gmail.com. And if anybody else has any links or stuff that you want to put up, we'll definitely put those in the show notes, be on the YouTube video and on our iTunes channel as well. So take a look at that and check it out. Guys, thank you all for being here. Tony, Deandra, Melissa, Andrew, pleasure to meet you.
Right on, yeah, you too.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Hey, we got fancy artist renditions of our face holes coming up soon too.
We do. And they'll be on our website before long. So yeah, especially yours. He's too sexy. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, look at that face hole.
I tell you, yeah. Well, thank you for listening to this episode of Escape Pod.
Thank you for listening to this episode of Escape Pod. If you enjoyed it, please like the episode and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And if you would like to be a part of future podcasts, then email us at outbreakpodcast@gmail.com. And be sure to visit our website, outbreakpodcast.com, for more episodes, show notes, photos, and other podcasts on the Outbreak Podcasting Network. That's outbreakpodcast.com.